I just got back from the David trial at the courthouse in downtown LA, and it was an interesting day. There weren't huge updates. It basically was a big argument about just how much data and evidence they had, this alleged 40 terabytes of information that the prosecutors have against David. They're claiming that only 10 terabytes has been uploaded. The Wi-Fi must not be hitting in the courthouse or in the prosecutor's office, and they're saying that they need more time to go over everything. But this isn't going to be a video about David's trial. It's not going to be a video about what I saw at David's case. If you want to know more about that, go and check out the video I uploaded earlier outside the courthouse. This is going to be a video about somebody that you might never have heard of, but somebody that allegedly might have been involved deeply in the cover-up that went on David's Discord. Now, you might have remembered that I did a video a few days ago about some of the just most incriminating posts that were found on David's Discord, some of the, attempts that apparently were made to cover it up. A lot of things were deleted. Delete everything. The order to delete everything seemed to go out after the body was found in the trunk of David's Tesla. But there are some shadowy figures that you might not have heard of that may well have helped in the cover-up, okay? So I'm going to break all of that down to you in this video. But before I do that, if you want a full breakdown of everything that went on with David as far as the evidence against him, we got that paperwork and I created like a full, just a mini quick documentary about it. It's about 25 minutes long called How David Did It, or I'm A/B testing a few titles. People get on me talking about, oh, you changed the title. It's like I'll be A/B testing a few titles, but that's the title it's showing right now. So if you want kind of the full breakdown as far as, just the evidence all compiled into a timeline and sort of a retelling of the story of what happened with David with the new timeline that we have from prosecutors, go and check that out. Okay, if you are digging into this case as deeply as me. But anyway, what I'm going to get back to is the alleged Discord moderator that David apparently, had call-in shots on his Discord server where a lot of very lewd things were being discussed. And this is somebody who might have taken part in an alleged cover-up on that Discord server after Celeste's body was found. Now, I'm going to reveal to you, this person is a moderator on the Discord, known only as Martin, but he's also referred to as Asian. Now, this is not to be confused with Neo the Asian. Neo, one of David's best friends. People were saying a boyfriend, they might have been lovers, all types of crazy stuff they were saying about them. But it's not Neo the Asian. This is another guy. He's just referred to as Asian or Martin, okay? So basically, I'm going to give you more background about what was going on the Discord. So on September the 9th, 2025, okay, this is after Celeste's body was discovered in David's Tesla, but before, I believe before she was officially identified as Celeste, basically a moderator named Asian was notably purging David's Discord, right? So a few different people in here, and this is Asian, right? One of the mods, they got some sick flair there, okay? And there was a conversation going on in this, all right? In this Discord, he put help purge. There's a conversation talking about how crazy the news is after the body had been found. I hate to disappoint, but I'm not David. This is Moji. Hope this helps. I got 600 DM requests. I've seen a bunch of Twitter posts the past couple of days. I thought I'd let you know. There's been like 1,000 DMs and a bunch of posts, so I thought I'd clear that up. Staff statement regarding the situation is in announcements. Enjoy your days, everyone. My fault for the double ping. And then basically this is a group command purge, right? Asian has initiated the purge command, and it says it deletes the specified amount of messages from the current channel, right? Purging messages. So a little bit sus that was going on. People saying a little weird if you ask me. This is a post 8 months ago, right? So basically these posts that are going around, right? People are noticing it. It says one of his admins were trying to purge something. Who knows? It says the Discord server still exists, but the general chat channel does not exist anymore. One Redditor downloaded and archived the whole thing a few days ago. So there it is, but they're saying it's purged or privated now. Now, interestingly enough, during David and Celeste's infamous live stream in allegedly either December 2023 or January 2024, that's when David and Celeste appeared live on Twitch. And David famously said, delete everything, delete mods, delete everything from this stream. Don't want any evidence of this. Now, interestingly enough, one of the first names that was mentioned when David issued the order to delete everything, one of the first names that was actually mentioned by another controversial moderator on the Discord was Asian. Okay, so Sophia or Safia, this is a name that's come up quite a lot in the Discord. She was, we dug into an article about her the other day, about her basically being a lead moderator on the Discord and her catching a lot of flack. But she says here, Asian dipped out, skull emojis. So people saying screen record, somebody, all right? They're talking about the Epstein flight list. This is what led to the delete everything. But saying Asian dipped out. Asian wasn't there moderating like he usually is, all right? Asian is the type of guy that might delete everything. So I've got the longer recovered clip from that live stream, which people now say was actually a cooking stream that was duly deleted after David issued the command of delete everything. But again, if you pay close attention to the chat, you notice some interesting things.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything.
See, I wish we had that 1 hour and 7 minute full VOD. It existed once. Prosecutor probably has it, or is it an hour and 12 minutes? Hour and 12.
I took it off because it didn't go with the silver.
Season it. It's already seasoned, but it's Alfredo.
Seasoning.
Chat. Pray for his career, chat. Are we done? Are we?
We need to delete this.
Are we? Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete anything? You done for, bro? Y'all are not done? Now you going to Epstein? Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spam. Yo, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
So there was a little comment there, right at the end. It slipped by.
Mitochondria.
They're saying none of us have access. So they're saying Asian is the guy that can delete everything. They're saying, nah, none of us have access to that. Asian gone, bro. So they're saying Asian is the guy who has access. Asian is the point man when it comes to delete everything. He said mods. Can we just listen to what he said carefully?
His career. We delete all.
He doesn't say Maz. It says in the sub the Maz, but he's saying mods. He's asking the mods, specifically Asian, and they're in the chat talking about, nah, Asian's gone. We can't delete everything.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete anything? You don't.
He's asking for Asian. Now, Sophia would later actually confirm that Asian actually was in the live stream when she explained why she was there herself. So this was going around. It says, don't condone any threats made. This is just here for evidence. And this is Sophia. It says, I said because one of the mods, Asian, left from the stream. Plus, I just want to help moderate his stream and server. Yeah, those jokes I made because I want to blend in his community and came in with my personal experience. Yeah, around 2023, we made fun of David for only talking to minors because a bunch of members are minors. So this was her replying to the Celeste screenshot of her in the stream. I don't understand why she would say this without thinking it's weird. And basically, she's saying, I said, because one of the mods, Asian, left from the stream. So that's basically her explaining why she was in the comments talking about Asian. He talking about mods delete everything. The mods who are supposed to delete everything, they say, well, where's Asian? He's the deleter of everything. He's the point man when it comes to delete everything, right? So very interesting stuff. So from here, okay, some Discord messages from Sophia would show that David actually called her so that she could delete everything from the cooking stream that he did with a minor, okay? But she actually allegedly didn't even pick up this call. So I've got the original messages for you guys here so that we can document this. It is here in my document, right? So it's saying, we're all too old for Discord. Sophia says, for real. It said, how many did he usually get before that? She says, like around 10K plus viewers. People are amazed. Wow, that's wild. Yup. One time he called me because he was trying to delete that stream with his girlfriend. She slipped up and exposed him, right? I feel like David and Sunday would sound good together. People saying, I remember that, lol. Says they were talking about that Epstein Island. And they said Epstein Island and making fun of Stephen Hawking. That's not why he wanted to delete everything. They said, yo, thank you. It's so funny. LMAO. Crying face. They said David had to call me on how to delete the VOD. It's so funny. LMFAO. I didn't even answer his call because it was so late. So she talking about, I didn't even answer that call to delete everything. And Asian was supposed to be the guy who deletes everything. Now, from here, okay, basically Discord messages from around that same time would also end up being preserved. And this would give more context to the cooking stream, as well as other deleted streams that people say were removed by Asian, Mr. Delete Everything. So basically, all right, after the cooking stream, there's users in the David Discord that start asking if David has a girlfriend. They're saying David got a girlfriend. This is December the 13th, right after the cooking stream 2023. So I guess it took place in December. I was thinking January 11th, but I guess it took place even sooner. People crying, they're saying no for the first time. Someone replied, yes, it's a deleted user. And they said, wait, for real? They said, she's so pretty. Holy moly, I want to see her face, but I can't see. And then there was a Discord message mentioning a second stream that David allegedly did with Celeste. Maybe Asian was around to delete everything that time, perhaps. They said, so that was her on stream. They said, And someone, a deleted user, said, yes, that was her on stream. Someone said, ooh, and they said she kissed him at the beginning of the second stream. Oh, snap. It was so cute. They're saying, is it the music video girl or another? What's the at? And I said, I'm going to have to watch it. I only watched like a couple seconds because I was getting ready for school. School, these are kids. So one of these streams is potentially this one that's been circulating, all right? A user in David's Discord would screenshot and ask about this other stream and who the girl was on December the 13th, 2023. So that would have been the same day as them other messages. And David replied when someone said, who's the girl? You are a Fed. Why is that a Fed question? Are you doing something illegal? Are you doing something illegal in this picture? That's crazy. So from here, right, the Discord users, they keep discussing who David's girlfriend is. And then it's revealed that Asian's the man with the plan who deletes everything. He deleted the stream. So it said, is it the music video girl? They said, no, the music video girl is Asia and she's like 20-something. Why are you talking about the age? And then they said, Asian deleted the VOD because David said the hard R, apparently. That sounds like a cover story. People saying she's a W, and people saying dog, real, L Asian. What's the new girl's at? I didn't see her. And so from here, all right, another deleted user would claim they don't know Celeste's socials. We're assuming they're talking about Celeste here, and basically only noticed her on David's close friend stories, and curiously would mention like phrases like every woman of age, which, as we now know, not true. People saying, I don't know. They said, anyone know any women that live in Australia that are around 17, 18 years old and aren't ugly? DM me. They said you seen her. They said, barely on the stream. Someone said, hey, lol. I guess that's a woman replying to this call for women of the age of 17 or 18 in Australia. A bit weird. And then they said, and on his close friend story, it said, why am I so funny? I just want to ask her to be my wife because it's now tradition for every of-age woman in the server to marry me. Weirdo. Someone put a crying emoji and they said, whether they have a boyfriend or not, they are my wife. So there's some oddball behavior going on in there. So during the same set of messages, another user called Delilah would basically take a screenshot of their reply to David's story where he was discussing his girlfriend. So that's Delilah showing that she posted this screenshot into the Discord chat there on the 13th of December at 6 a.m. And basically they replied to David's story holding hands. It's like a shadow, allegedly Celeste. And they said, oh, y'all are the same height. I said, so if I off myself right now, whose fault is it? That's creepy, honestly. That's a creepy thing to say. Then it says a deleted user also shares a screenshot of their reply to David's story, and someone else responds with shush. So basically, right, people are posting that. They're also replying to David having this mysterious girlfriend on stream, allegedly Celeste. And then basically someone replies, shh, they're trying to keep it hush hush. They don't want people to know that David's out here cuffing the minors, apparently. So that's a little bit suspect, all right? So from here, people start wondering, who is this Asian, right? That's his name, not his nationality. Who is this Asian who basically just keeps on deleting everything? We want to know who David's girlfriend is. We want to see the stream. Why are you deleting everything? Okay. So during the live stream where David basically shouts out other mods, he shouts out Zerks, another infamous mod who, allegedly is part of the Delete Everything Club. And he mentions that Martin is Asian, and apparently he's got a background in the military, which is interesting, right? So people saying this is proof that Zerks and David were way too close. This is him speaking on his shadowy mod team that are deleting everything.
Thank you, Zerks. Martin, I'm so glad you're safe. I remember Martin said he was going into the military for something. I'm glad you're back with us. I'm glad you survived, dude. That's really crazy. Thank you for... Huh?
How about Asian?
That's Martin. Martin is Asian. Thank you so much, Martin. I'm glad you're home safe. Keep doing what you do. You're the GOAT. Zerks, you're also the GOAT. Kylie, you're kind of the GOAT, but like you're the GOAT, but like you're kind of the GOAT. Like Zerks is way more the GOAT than you, like no cap. But thank you guys. Am I missing any mods? Am I missing any mods? Do we have more mods to thank? Should be it, right? Alright, yeah, nah. Zerk's my top #1 GOAT. Me and Zerks go way back. When he was Zerks-fi. Well, he still is Zerks-fi, but he used to really be Zerks-fi. Ain't nobody rock with Zerks-fi when he was Zerks-fi, but now they want to rock with him because he's Zerks. Crazy. Fortnite?
So very interesting, right? David showing love to the mods, right? It says, yeah, and he the one deleting stuff from the server, right? And this is other throwback stuff of Zerks, you know, being involved in there, talking about because he got a girl now, he don't answer me no more. Okay, so the connection between David and his mods goes deep. So there's apparently there's apparently like another Discord user in David's public Discord that actually kind of matches the same description, because when he said that Martin, aka Asian, he confirmed it. He said Martin is Asian. Thanks for that, David. He said that he had to go away and do something in the military. Now there's another user on Discord that kind of matches that description. And so we see posts from this account called Philo that people think maybe it's another burner account, because he's talking about going on deployment. He's not going to be active. He's going to be drained, taking a deployment day by day. He wants to go back to the US, but deployment in 2 days, and he can rest for 2 weeks. And he's going to be on a Navy ship. Talking about don't join the military. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm in the military. I spent over $1,000 during my time in there. I have ADHD. I can't handle it. Don't have a job yet because I'm going to the military. I'm joining the military. My mom's been out the country for a month. All she asked me is about the military, how I've been losing weight and stuff. She doesn't even ask how I'm doing personally and what I'm doing outside of it. I don't think I can go. My parents are making me ready to go. And he said, going offline soon for 2-3 months of boot camp, thanks to all the friends I made here. So that could be another account. Could be Asian. Some evidence to suggest. So here are some messages of that same unit basically confirming that, yeah, they're Asian. Like, that's the guy. People saying, who is Asian? Asian, who is he? Where's he typing? He said, me, Philo. I mod for David's Twitch. Here's Asian. It says I'm typing. So, yeah. So basically, similar to the Asian profile, right? Philo is kind of got some interesting info on his Discord account. He's into Valorant. He's got several roles in the servers, okay? Basically, like, you know, he's saying Valorant's the best game of all time. Imagine playing Fall Guys. I'd rather play Valorant. You know, he's loving the game, basically. Okay, Valorant better, right? And he's out here. He's got flair, right? He's a Twitch manager, Twitch mod. He tapped in, okay? So there's some other messages that kind of illuminating to Asian's backstory, all right? He basically is apparently, you know, from California. They're saying it was 105 today. They're saying 110 is wild. He's from, where's he at? He's in Cali. Cali's mostly desert. So we've also got posts here from Discord where Asian basically is explaining his past experience as a mod for other sort of famous streamers. So I used to mod for 25 streamers. Now I only mod for like 3-4. When COVID quarantine ended, everyone stopped streaming. So some people don't have the willpower to watch live streams for hours, but I'm built different. People saying LMAO. Literally same. I hate fat people. I've never been a Twitch mod before, just Discord for my own server. So, yeah. After that, all right, in a message sent in October 2023, someone mentions Asian alongside a screenshot of his username. So there's another name. It says Asian showing his true colors in Kazili chat. And here he's going by Call Me Asian 1. Now, that might be his Twitch account by the looks of it. So basically, he'd also post like these interesting interactions between David and Discord mod Sophia, which I will show you now. Let me open this bad boy up. All right, there we go.
That's actually disgusting. David, someone said you're 5'3". What's your username? Safi. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Somebody said you're... your your mother is your mother did wait.
So look, he's having little joke offs with his homies in the Discord, okay? But he's building these personal connections. You know, he's talking about how he knows Zerks from way back, and you know, there's apparently a couple messages that would suggest that Asian actually had direct contact with David. It says mine is just his first and last name, LMAO. So he's bragging that he got David's number and he got him saved as David Burke. And that's the name that's appearing on courtroom schedules right now, okay? I've seen it with my own eyes. And then this is apparently their back. I wouldn't even say back and forth because this is low-key a one-sided conversation. But he flooding David with messages, says, so we can hit your goal of 20k members before Christmas. And we're getting close to Christmas also. When's the next Twitch stream? David, you should totally promote the Discord server. It's been a while since we've had people join it. It looks like you've grown plenty of following on Insta since the last time you promoted it. Says, David, hope all has been well. I was just wondering if we can start promoting the Discord server again. I think we can get 14k or 14.5k before the end of this month. It's been a while since we last promoted the server. So he's seemingly got... I've not seen David reply to him, to be honest, but he's bigging him up. You know, he's bigging him up in the midst of live streams, and he's talking about how he loves all of his mods and stuff. But basically, okay, very, very interesting some of the stuff that they might want to cover up in the Discord, because during David's Fonda Theatre performance in mid-2024, that's an incident that a lot of people have looked back at and basically realized that they've seen Celeste in the crowd, someone noticing Celeste in the pictures from Discord. People actually noticed this at the time of the performance. So in mid-2024, I believe, like, this would have been after the performance, but people in Discord noticed Celeste in the pictures. So for all the people saying, oh, the Reddit detectives, they're digging into this too much, they're noticing Celeste's there, David's fans on Discord were noticing Celeste was there. Someone posted this picture where she seemingly appears sort of tucked away down here. Don't know if you can quite see how I need to get the magnifying glass popping real quick. That's not what I wanted. You see that? Yeah. That, I believe, is allegedly Celeste tucked away there. So people were saying, at deleted user, it's you. It's you, Celeste. All right? They're saying, don't make me ban you. So in response to that saying, don't make me ban you, is that the cover? Is that Celeste saying, look, this top secret, right? People saying, I already made a post about this. Maybe you guys didn't understand clearly what I was saying. So as you can see, someone sent the picture of David and his little sister on stage. The user, Benji, then tagged a deleted user, in which is the deleted user that is Celeste's account, and said, it's you. This is definitely not coincidental. Who else could he have been talking to? Who else is in the picture that was in the Discord chat? It can't be his little sister, right? It says... doesn't every deleted user say that username, besides assuming how you can be sure it's their account? But they're saying, I get that every deleted account shows up as deleted user, but that's not what I'm arguing. The context makes it obvious who he was talking to you. He said, it's you in direct response to the picture. The only person in that photo who's in the Discord at the time was Celeste, not the little sister and not anyone else on stage. So whoever deleted that account was clearly recognized themselves in the photo, and the deleted user immediately replied with, don't make me ban you, which matches her energy and the way they used to joke around. It wasn't some random deleted account popping up out of nowhere. So I'm assuming based on the name deleted user, okay, I'm going off of who was in the picture, who was in the Discord, and who actually responded, right? So people are saying that she was saying, people were saying Benji when Kylie said he'll ban him. So some people are suggesting this was someone called Kylie that was in there. It said someone named Kylie. I believe that was another mod on the server. But still, it is interesting. And essentially, it seemed like somebody noticed something. I mean, that is a picture of Celeste. Unless that's someone from David's label or someone else, I don't know. Okay, but I think that is very, very interesting. But essentially, during that infamous live stream at David's house, not the delete everything one, but the now newly iconic one that includes David and Neo. And what's interesting is Neo actually made a little joke, a little comment about being David's one and only Asian, and this apparently being maybe even a dig, like a little there might be a little in-house beef between Neo the Asian and David's Discord mod Asian.
For free? David will do a lot for free.
I do a lot for free, twin.
Why are you grabbing my shoulders when you say that?
Yeah.
I do a lot for free.
What?
You want to make this up?
What is it?
Looking sexy?
Oh! I mean,
Hey, we should bring that girl from last night.
yo! Shit, okay.
Cool.
Alright, bro, I gotta either shave again or let the goatee grow back out, because I'm looking kind of crazy right now, twin. I don't like the way I look right now. I look crazy. Oh!
Ah!
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Look at that sexy boy right there.
Look at that sexy dude right
Sexy,
here.
look at that sexy man right there.
Twin him, bro.
Sexy man right there.
I'm David's one and only Asian, bro. No one else, just me and David.
What?
I'm the only Asian for him. the Cardi boys outside. Oh, you squished my hand.
Oh, we're okay. We're okay.
I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Very interesting, all right? So add all that together, there might have been even a little bit of tension going on between the Discord Asians, I guess, all right? I guess from what was said. But so the last thing I'm going to leave you with is just kind of what points towards the cover-up, okay? On September the 9th, 2025, that's after the body was found in the Tesla, before it was identified as Celeste, a member of that Discord. The Discord was locked down, and once again, suspicious Sophia once again mentioned Asian when it came to locking the Discord down, and not deleting everything, but keeping things locked down and stopping communication during this scandalous time for David. She said, I don't want to get in trouble, unlock. Someone said, lick me. Because Extra David doesn't have the comments restricted. So people were realizing you could still comment on David's Finsta. People doing smiley face. They're posting a cat emoji. They're saying, guys. And she said, I don't want to get in trouble. People said, I think you're safe. She said, slow mode still on, guys. So sort of reducing the amount of posts that can be put on the Discord. And said, nah, Asian and Zerk's finna go after me. That's in response to saying, I think you're safe. So basically, it sounds like Asian was possibly the top dog. Maybe Zerk's was at a similar level or just below him. And Sophia was kind of following orders from them. But when David says mods delete everything, these are the mods he was talking about. Now, I do have sympathy and suggest that maybe these people were lied to. And, you know, they might not have realized that they were allegedly enabling alleged crimes by David. They might have been helping him cover up. They might have thought they were trying to help this guy through a scandal that was unrelated and accidentally wound up being pulled into a plot to cover up evidence. Now, I do think that it is very interesting. No one else has been charged. No one's been implicated in the cover-up. And from the timeline that was broken down by the prosecutors, they're basically saying that David lied to everyone and he did this all by himself. And if that's how they feel based on the 40 terabytes that they got, I'm going to believe them, to be honest. It's still alleged, but the evidence is overwhelming, and I do think that it's only a matter of time before we see David just cooked beyond all recognition. So anyway, I hope you found that breakdown useful. Thanks to everybody that watched the courthouse update. I will be going back to court in future. I know it's been a big delay, so won't be quite some time until David is back in court. But anything new that I find out, I'll be sure to let you guys know. We did a real blitz today, did 5 videos for you guys. I've been grinding. Wasn't feeling it yesterday. And today I wasn't fully feeling it, but hey, I'm back. So appreciate you guys watching, man. You know, I know there's a lot of very sad things being discussed in this case, and there's a lot of negativity going around, but, you know, justice for Celeste, rest in peace to her. This is just really important that we see this through. You know, I saw a lot of people was kind of mad at me because I said earlier that, like, you know, I don't see myself as part of the case, but like I'm a cog in a bigger machine. People acting like I think that like I'm on the prosecution or I'm responsible for David getting arrested. When I say that I'm part of a bigger picture that's going on, you know, I'm talking about justice in society. You know, David was allowed to run free for 7 months, but a lot of people, we kept reporting on it. I'm not saying that we're the reason he got arrested, but we kept the story in the public consciousness so that when David was arrested, you know, that was something that was amplified. That was big news. That was important update to the community to know this man's off the streets, right? Maybe you might feel like your kids are safer on Discord knowing he's off the streets. Maybe you might feel like, you know, your California is a safer place to live knowing that they do take this sort of thing seriously, and you can't just get caught up with a dead body in your Tesla and just go about your daily life with your millions of dollars like nothing ever happened. And, you know, I'm just a smaller part of what's going on in terms of I'm helping spread the word that justice is being done. You know, this could have all happened silently behind closed doors. David could have cut a sweetheart deal. The whole point of, you know, this justice thing is it's transparent. You know, when I first started going to the courthouse, I was thinking, am I actually allowed in here? But, you know, I did my research, and that's part of the American justice system, the transparency. You're allowed to go and observe. It is part of justice for the public, and that includes people viewing in the public gallery of the courthouse and people viewing videos, getting updates on these things, on justice being delivered in the community that gives people faith in the system. And I think that that's important. And I am a small part of that, all right? Yeah, I'm not the judge. I'm not banging the gavel. I'm not investigating David, but I'm letting people know what's going on with the community, with justice. Is justice being done? Are you holding the justice system that you have to account? Because nobody wanted this to happen other than David, allegedly. But what we all want now is justice for Celeste, and to feel like our kids and our nieces and our nephews can be safe out there in the world and protected from predators. And if they are preyed upon, that justice will be done. And unfortunately, it was too late for Celeste. But let's just hope that this sets an example that this type of thing will go punished. If David gets the death penalty, that might actually deter some really nasty people from doing some nasty things, because they thinking, this shit ain't something I can get away with. All right. I don't know. Okay, I'm not saying that's all me. I did all that. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of address that at the end of this video and just say, like, I'm reporting on this just like I'm reporting on a bunch of other things. Did 3 other topics for you guys today on all different things that I think are important for the public to know about. I'm informing you guys. That's my duty, right? And yeah, I make videos. This is how I've chosen to communicate to the world. Some people write articles, some people make videos, some people write a whole book, some people might write a book about the David trial in 3 years after it's all happened to give people a deeper context on what was going on behind closed doors. And that's great too. That's important. All the books that were written about the OJ trial, maybe not OJ's book because F him, but you get the gist, all right? I think we should all be able to have an open dialogue about these things going on in society, because David would love for everyone to stop talking about this. He would have loved to gotten all of that evidence sealed. He would have loved everybody to never know the state that Celeste was found in, the state of his home was found in, allegedly, the blood that was found, the chainsaw that was, and that needs to be put out there as a message that this is not going to fly in a civilized society, all right? And we're going to let everybody know that. Anyway, hope you found that useful, and sorry if I offended anybody. You know, this is really important. I feel like I should speak on it. This is what I was put here to do, just like all the other stuff I speak on. Anyway, hope that made sense. Catch you guys next video. That's it from me today. I'm going to go and film a couple main channel videos for you guys that I'm loading. It's very exciting. And go and watch the breakdown I did on my main channel with all the new David evidence in the documentary timeline format, so you can understand it way easier than this video and the videos I do on this channel, which are like really quick updates, and we're doing research in real time. That's the idea. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Love. Very grateful to have you guys trusting me as your news source. I'm out. Peace.